I look up and I see God. I look down and see my dog. Simple spelling G-O-D. Same word backwards D-O-G. They would stay with me all day. I'm the one who walks away, but both of them just wait for me and dance at my return with glee. Both love me no matter what. Divine God and canine mutt. I take it hard each time I fail, but God forgives. Dog wags his tail. God thought up and made the dog. Dog reflects a part of God. I've seen love from both sides now. It's everywhere. Amen. Bow wow. I look up and I see God. I look down and see my dog. And in my human frailty, I can't match their love for me.
Good morning. Welcome to All Souls, this Blessing of the Animals Sunday. We're glad you're here. At the beginning of all of this, I ask if anyone here would be uncomfortable if the speakers in the pulpit removed their masks. If that would make you uncomfortable, please raise your hand so we can consider everybody's feelings. Okay, thank you. This is a church built on covenant, not creed. We agree that we don't have to think alike, to love alike, to walk with reverence for life, and do our best to help bring peace, understanding, compassion, and justice to the world around us. We like to front load the services with a little bit of information, and so I want to say, no matter who you are, whatever your age, race, origin, orientation, background, status, ability, identity, and if I ever get those out of order, I forget them, but you are welcome here with us, and we're really glad you decided to come. Generally, the people that come on Blessing of the Animals Sunday come because the pets they have not yet been blessed. So a lot of people that don't have pets don't come, and a lot of people whose pets have been blessed often and well decide it can wait a year. We are in the middle of the Jewish high holidays, and the Book of Life is opened for 10 days. We would like to see all of our pets blessed for the coming year, and so thank you for bringing yours. Who is our board person for the day with the announcements? Rovina Windsor will give us some information. Back, come on.
Good morning. October's volunteers of the month are our tech team. There's a lot that goes into putting services on the air. James Peck and Jennifer Russell have pioneered this for us. One way to thank them for their efforts is to volunteer to learn how to do some aspect of this. Having substitutes take a lot of stress off us, so when life gets hectic, that's one less thing we have to worry about if we know someone can back us up. The other thing I want to mention is Saturday, October 29th, we'll see the return of a tandem event. That will be our trunk or treat from 5 to 7, and Thistle will have their Samhain ritual from 3 to 5. Everyone is welcome to both. It will give you a chance to see both sides of this holiday coin. Thank you.
Oh, I love this. I love this. One of our previous office administrators said the church should always look like this, and I agree. Welcome, everybody, the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, all of you. I wanted to just announce a couple of things. There will be no adult religious education for the next 2 weeks. I just happened to be out of town for 2 Sundays in a row, which almost never happens. One is a fun trip and one is a work trip. I'm looking forward to both. And we'll meet again on the 23rd. And also on the 23rd, Curtis Davis, who joined us in adult religious education this morning, to show us his documentary, Slave State, and also talk about Amendment 7, which will be on the ballot on November 8th, to take slavery out of the Louisiana Constitution, because it's still in there as it applies to incarcerated people. And there is a big movement against this amendment for various and sundry reasons, but we want to support it, and we want to get the word out there that it's a good thing for our state. And I also want to tell you, on November the 12th, we're having a holiday market. We'll have a registration up for that. It'll be $25 to get a place out in the parking lot to set up however you would like, and then you keep the proceeds. So if you are an artist, if you're a baker, if you're a writer wanting to sell books, if you're a jewelry maker, whatever you do along those creative lines, if you have some interesting junk from your house that you want to sell, you can do that in your space. Anything that's legal and acceptable for a fairly family-friendly event that afternoon, please come and join us and make the church a little money and make yourself a little money. Thank you.
So we ask that you let your whole self be here. I know a lot of our focus will be on the animals, and hopefully we can rest into that and conspire with the animals, breathe with the animals as we enter a spirit of worship.
So, good morning. Our gathering hymn is Come, Come, Whoever You Are, and I'm going to let people who can sing lead you in that. Thank you, Barbara. My name is Jennifer Russell, and here with me today I have Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
My name is Ava. Kate Pack, and this is Ruby Bridges.
So our call to worship this morning is words from Maureen Killeram. For the blessing of animal companions, we give thanks. For the beautiful ones, those whose fur is silky and whose tails are long, whose feathers are brilliant, and whose voices are splendid, we give thanks.
For the frantic ones, the runts and the hungry, who run for a food bowl or a pat as though this is life's last possible gift, we give thanks.
For the obnoxious ones, the heads that butt against us as we're trying to sleep, the bodies that refuse to learn discretion as they make digestive gifts, we give thanks.
For those who bark or purr or growl and meow, for all who squeak or squawk or snarl or hiss, we give thanks.
For the animals unknown to us, those whose niche in life's web is fragile, whose lives are insecure, for all who care for them and wish them well, we give thanks.
Blessed are the animals, blessed are the creatures who live with us and need our care. Blessed are the mammals and the reptiles and the birds who teach us we are not alone. Blessed are all living things from whom we learn to love.
And I promise to only make this joke one time today, but our first chalice lighting has really gone to the dogs, and we have Pearl Turner.
We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together, with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other.
Thank you, Pearl. And these words are from Florence Caplow. We light this chalice in honor of the animal realm, furred and hooved, two-legged, four-legged, many-legged, fanged and clawed, gentle and fierce, wild and tame. May we remember that all animals are our relatives, worthy of our care and respect. And now Barbara's going to lead us in All God's Critters Got a Place in the Choir. And if you will rise in body or spirit, please. If you'll stay standing and join us in our unison affirmation as you're comfortable. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. And now, seated. This hymn that you're about to hear and see a video with is by Amanda Udis Kessler, and it's called The Creatures We Love. So the lyrics will be on the screen. It's new to all of us, I'm assuming, but it is a pretty easy song to kind of pick up. So if you're comfortable, sing along with it. Otherwise, you can just enjoy the music and the video.
They bark and meow, they run and they sleep, they scamper and jump and they lie on the couch, they nicker and neigh, they slither and creep, they pounce and they scurry, they crawl and they crouch. The creatures we love are a sacred delight, with eyes that are bright and with tongues that are rough. They brighten our days and they wake us at night. Our praises we sing for the creatures we love, with fins and with fangs, with feathers and fur. They rest in their cages and swim in their tanks. Each squeak and each squawk, each judder and purr joins in with creation in offering thanks. The creatures we love bring us wonder and joy. They help us get through when the going is tough. They open our hearts even when they annoy. Our praises we sing for the creatures we love. They leap from the chair, they prowl in the woods, they knead and they cuddle, they snuggle and sigh. The essence of proof creation is good, a blessing we cherish for all of our lives. The creatures we love are an instant of grace, the tiny, the giant, each one is enough, a part of the ultimate holy embrace. Our praises we sing for the creatures we love. Our praises we sing for the creatures we love.
All right, and now Ava is going to bring us the story for All Souls with some help from Ruby Bridges.
Today I am going to tell you the things that my pets have taught me and brought to my life. I will also tell you what I enjoy about my babies. One thing my pets have taught me is that even when you are hurt, still move forward and love. Our dog Annie taught me this when I gave her a bath. She hated it, but a few minutes after the bath, she cuddled with me and all was forgiven. Annie is also getting older and has a lot of joint pain. Even though she's hurting, she still finds time to spend with us and still goes with me on walks and comes to sleep in my bed every night. My guinea pigs remind me every day to eat, plenty of green vegetables and to speak up loudly for yourself if people ever forget to feed you. One thing my guinea pigs have brought to my life is joy and gentleness. They brought me this when we first got them. I was so happy that day, and they were so adorable. They were also very tiny, and my brother and I had to learn to handle their small bodies in a gentle way. One thing that I enjoy about all of my pets is the love and wonder they give me every day, like how she's licking my finger right now. My life would be very sad without my pets. Would anyone like to share what their pets have taught or mean to them?
Brought to them. Marianne. Unconditional love, absolutely. And you came to loving dogs later in life, right? Yes. Anyone else? Taught him how to be a dad, his first dog. Yep. If you care for something, you beat it every day. Is that what you said? All right. Kathy?
How much the animal is a sentient being just like me?
Yes. Yes, they're a reminder that they are sentient beings just like us. Yep. All right. So if you will rise in body or spirit, we're going to do a responsive reading. And these words are from Karen G. Johnston. Ours is a world alive and aloud with the presence of creatures and critters. Animals abound, interwoven in our human lives and wholly independent. This is the interdependent web of all existence of which we are part. We give thanks for animal companionship in our lives and on this earth.
Some of us have known animals who have saved our lives. Sometimes this is a metaphor, sometimes this is a literal fact. For so many of us, we are better human animals because we have known animals as part of our story.
We give thanks for animal companionship in our lives and on this earth. Animals are not only cuddly and cute, companions of solace and delight. Animals are deeply wild, with the capacity to defend and to kill, even the ones that we have pronounced tamed. Let us always show forms of proper respect for this wild way. We give thanks for animal companionship in our lives and on this earth.
There is the painful reality that some animals suffer needlessly at our hands. There are animals who encounter human cruelty, left hungry or mistreated, used for mean-spirited profit, habitat stolen or built upon without regard for our shared mutual existence. Let us do what we can to be able to give thanks for animals without hypocrisy or heartless dominance.
We give thanks for animal companionship in our lives and on this earth. There are animals in our daily lives whose labor makes our own lives easier, safer, more accessible. Animals who lend us their fur or hair or feathers or fleece or milk or eggs, that we might be sustained without their loss of life. Animals whom we raise or hunt, may it always be compassionately and with respect for the wider web, though we know that this is mostly not the case, whose lives are sacrificed that some of us eat or cover our bodies. May we move ever closer to that ideal to live lightly on this earth, taking only what we must and no more. We give thanks for animal companionship in our lives and on this earth. We bless all animals. We bless those we know and love. We bless those unknown to us who have benefited our lives. We bless even the ones that can harm us, affirming with humility their place in the interdependent web. We affirm the impulse for humans to live in right relation with all other animals on this earth. May we honor our best presence as part of the animal family. You may be seated. All right, and as we move into our meditation time, try to relax your body, let the pew hold you and support your body. If you have an animal companion with you today, either physically present with us here or in your own memory or mind, think of that animal. Maybe think of touching their fur, scales, skin, or feathers as we listen to these words from Gary Kowalski. We give thanks for the animals who live close to nature, who remind us of the sanctities of birth and death, who do not trouble their lives with foreboding or grief, who let go each moment as it passes and accept each new one as it comes with serenity and grace. Enable us to walk in beauty as they do, at one with the turning seasons, welcoming the sunrise and at peace with the sunset. And as we hallow the memory of good friends now departed, who loved abundantly and in their time were loved, who freely gave us their affection and loyalty, let us not be anxious for tomorrow, but ask only that kindness and gratitude may fill our hearts, day by day, into the passing years. And now join me in the silence.
Let me tell you a story about an old friend of mine. Somebody left her in a shopping cart in a parking lot for us to find. Just a fuzzy black pup. She was hungry and feeling alone. We put her in the back seat, told her we were taking her home. Run, Maggie, run, with the heart of a rebel child. Oh, run, Maggie, run, be just as free as you are wild. A few kids later, we moved out on the farm. She followed those kids around, yes, she kept them safe from harm. And she loved to chase squirrels and playing out in the snow. She'd take off like a bullet, man, you should have seen her go. Run, Maggie, run, with the heart of a rebel child. day that Maggie died. She woke up and couldn't use her legs, so I lay down by her side. She put her head on my hand like she'd done so many times. I told her she was a good dog, then I told her goodbye. Run, Maggie, run, with the heart of a rebel child. Oh, run, Maggie, run, be just as free as you are wild. I had a revelation as the tractor dug the hole. I can tell you right now that a dog has a soul. And I thought to myself as we buried her on the hill, I never knew me a better dog, and I guess I never will. Run, Maggie, run, with the heart of a rebel child. Oh, run, Maggie, run, be just as free as you are wild. Oh, run, Maggie, run, with the heart of a rebel child. Oh, run, Maggie, run, be just as free as you are wild.
All right, everybody's tear ducts working? So for this portion of the service, we're going to turn our love and attention to those pets that we've lost. And we have a slideshow with pets from some of our members and friends. And then afterwards, if you have a pet that you've lost that you'd like to recognize, if you'll just raise your hand, and we'll do that in person as well. All right, and does anyone have names of pets that they'd like to honor right now? Calvin. Nibbler. I'm sorry. Sophie. Panther. Pretty boy. I'm sorry? Sheila. Loco. Frisky and sassy. Mandela. I'm sorry? Tiffany. Outside cat. Pushy cat. Luigi and who? Bane. Okay. Patches. Seamus. Zeus. Wolfgang. Tigger. Busy Bear. Princess. Treasure and Lance. Anyone else?
This is for all of the animals that have been and are being affected by climate change.
All right, so now we're going to move into our blessing ritual. And we have, joining us via Zoom to start us off, we have Waffles the cat, Luca the dog. I'm not sure if did Waffles make it? He may join in spirit. And their human, Sharon DiCarlo. Sharon, could you start your video?
Okay.
All right. Waffles and Luca, in the name of the source and spirit of all life, we bless you and we thank you for blessing us.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so those of you who are here with your animal companions or bringing them in spirit, if you would like to have your animal blessed, if you will just raise your hand and we will come around to you and do that. All right, so we are going to sing a hymn, From You I Receive, and if you have your pet with you, you may sing it to/with them. All right, we're going to close with words from Thomas Rhodes. You birds of the air, hawk, sparrow, and laughing jay, you embody freedom itself. Delight us with your song and astound us with feats of migration. Grant us your perspective, for too often our horizon is limited and we are blind to the full results of our actions. You worms of the earth, ants, beetles, spiders, and centipedes, you are the essential but oft-forgotten strand in nature's web. Through you, the cycle is complete. Through you, new life arises from old. Remind us of our humility, for the wheel of life does not turn around us. We are not the axle, but merely spokes, no less than unseen, unknown, and shunned companions, such as yourselves. You creatures of the wood and field, marsh and desert, bear and bison, skunk and squirrel, weasel and wolf. Too often we have sacrificed your homes in the name of our progress, clear-cutting the forest to fill our desires, or covering the earth with tarmac, cement, and suburban lawns. Pray that we may remember that the earth was not given for our needs alone, and what we do to you, we eventually do to ourselves. You animals of the farm, horse and cow, pig and fowl, willingly or not, you give your very lives for us, your milk for our nourishment, your flesh for our sustenance. Yet too often we forget that the meat on our tables was once just as alive as we are. Forgive our willful ignorance, and remind us constantly to give thanks for your sacrifice. You dearest companions in our lives, dogs and cats, hamsters and goldfish. Oh my goodness, sorry, y'all. You who are with us today, and you who will always be present in our memories. Sorry. You've enriched our lives in so many ways. Endured our shortcomings with calm acceptance. Sorry. You've taught us something of our humanity, taught us how to love. May we hold you in our hearts throughout the days of our lives. And go in peace. Ashe, namaste, blessed be.
Below me I feel no motion. standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now. Never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. The wide universe is the ocean I travel,